Alright, what we have is a part we done on the sheet metal exercise where I had you create some flanges, throw some holes in there, but later I challenged you to put the hole according to minimum edge distance. So I'll double click this hole. Dang it. The diameter of this hole is a 1/2 inch, and we are going to use up to next. Okay. I think I smoothed this out as much as it can. Let's see. Let's try and I'll knock everything down, see if I can do whatever I can to smooth this out here. Okay, so that's as pretty as I can make that circle look. I'm going to double click this, and I'd like somebody to chime in and tell me, how could I make these values minimum edge distance based on the formula you were given for 5 bonus points? Somebody tell me.
Take the diameter of the hole.
Okay.
Times by 1.5.
Whoa, you're way ahead of me. What do you want me to do with the diameter of the hole? I got to do something first.
Double click on the dimension.
Okay, so we're going to change the constraints here. The center of the hole to the edge of the part represents edge distance. Again, edge distance is not edge of the hole to the edge of the part. It's center hole to the edge. So if I want to make this minimum edge distance, I double click it. And then what number would I type in?
0.375. I forgot the size of the hole. I'm sorry.
Actually, is that what I did in the demo? I went 0.5. Did I do 0.375?
Yes, you did.
Is it 0.375? Okay, thanks. Well, then I got to fix that. So this hole diameter is 0.375, meaning that this, Will, you said is 0.375?
Correct. Times that by 1.5. And then plus the tolerance. In this case, we're going to do 50 thou.
Okay. So I could do plus 0.03. Can I do minus 0.03?
Yeah, it's still the minimum.
No, I definitely do not want to do minus. This is minimum edge distance. It's got to be 1.5 times 0.375 plus my tolerance, not minus my tolerance. All of a sudden, I'm going the wrong way. Okay? So plus 0.05, I just use that as a safe number and an easier number to add and subtract. So I like to hit tab or click somewhere else so I can see the 6125. Does that seem logical that that would be 1.5 times 0.375?
Yes.
See, 3/8 plus 3/8 would be 0.7 something, right? So that sounds about right. Say OK. Double click this one, hit equals, and pick this one so that they're both the same. I'm using KnowledgeWare by linking those together. Select OK. And it has moved the hole to the location of the minimum edge distance to the flange. Wouldn't it be neat if I change this to a 1/2 inch and the hole distance automatically shifted over? Because I'm no longer at minimum edge distance, am I? This hole is too big, too close to the edge. You guys clear on that? That this hole's too big now?
Formula instead of the number.
Sorry?
When you put the formula in there instead of the number?
Well, you don't normally control edge distance. You control size of hole. Okay? So if I want this to be automatic using the things we've learned from KnowledgeWare, what could I do? What would you start with? Anyone for 5 bonus points?
Make a parameter that controls edge distance. The spacing
What
from the
parameter
edge.
would you create? What happened to my action pad? Oh man, I'm not happy right now. I know what you guys are going through. See, I go through it too. They don't just hate you guys. All right, so I'm going to go to find that FX. So I'm going to go to formula. And what parameter would you try and start with? Any
The
ideas?
constraint from the center of the hole to the edge that was made on either direction.
Anybody else got any ideas?
Click on your hole in the tree.
Okay. Now what?
And now you can click on that dimension and it should highlight it.
This dimension?
Sure. Both of them need to be done.
Okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm just seeing if anybody got an idea where I'm headed. What are the thoughts are out there? I'm going to do a length. Now, here's what's goofy. They don't have diameter or radius values. I'm going to do a length for inches. And I'm going to type in hole diameter. Now, do you see that little quote right there? There's quotes around that. Can you guys see that? I bet it's hard to see. I think
Yes.
I talked about this earlier too. Does anybody know or recall me talking about this earlier in the Word doc?
Because you made it space.
It doesn't like
Yeah, you
spaces.
can't have spaces.
It don't like it. So I'm going to backspace and underscore that, and I'll hit tab. And now you see those little quotes go away. And I'm going to go with 0.375. What have I done? It looked like I was actually changing something. I want length, create a new parameter. I must not have hit new parameter. I must have thought I did, but didn't. I'm going to create a hole diameter. And then I'll just put in 3/8 for now. So I got a parameter, hole diameter 3/8. Is that hole 3/8 of an inch? No.
No.
So how do I make this hole 3/8 of an inch?
Link the parameter to the hole.
And how would I go about doing that?
FX or right click there.
Okay, so
Edit.
right click is a shortcut to that FX, edit the formula. And it says this hole diameter here is equal to whatever I put in the white field below. So I like to just pick right off the tree and grab that. Now, back in the day, you only had to pick it once. Somehow the enhancement is to double click it. Now I've got the diameter linked to whatever this is. So when I say OK, it's just going to change that hole size to 3/8. Does anybody kind of get an inclination where I'm headed with this? Now I'm
Yes.
going to double click this hole. Now if I click on this one, why is it gray? Why is that already grayed out?
Because it's linked.
It's linked to this one, which is convenient, right? Because I only want to have to create the formula one time. So I'll double click this one, and I'm going to right click and edit the formula. I'm going to shortcut to the FX button. What could I do here?
Type in the formula
What's
using
the
the
formula?
parameters. Edge distance.
Yeah, like 1.5
1.5
times
times.
the whole diameter, the one you
I'm going to pick
created.
it right off the tree. That's
Yep.
why I did that off the tree, or I created that parameter.
And plus the tolerance is
Very good.
50. So
I'll hit OK. Oh, you son of a...
I think your whole diameter has to be first, then times 1.5.
Yeah, that shouldn't have mattered. Well, we'll try it. Provide an additional dictionary to help you write formulas. Hole diameter is 0.375. I'm going to select OK.
It's your syntax.
It's acting like I'm typing in units, and I'm not.
It's getting confused from the 0.5 or 0.05. Try putting inches right after it.
Oh, that's what I got to have. This one's got to have inches. Sorry. Thank you. I had to tell it what units I want. Why is that 05 in there? And that 05 was to add 05 inches, not millimeters. And now see how it created the formula for me? So when I say OK to this, and I change this hole size to a 1/2 inch, it moved that hole. Let's see if it did it right. 0.8, 1.5 times 0.5 is 0.75, plus 0.05 is 0.8. So it did do it right. Okay? So cool, right? I got that to automatically locate this correctly. My problem is this rectangular pattern has got to be, try to move this number down. This has got to be 3 minus 2 times 0.8. Now, does anybody know where I got the 2 times 0.8?
The outside spacing.
From this edge to here is 0.8. So that means I want this hole from this edge over here to be 0.8. And, oh, is 3 the length? It's not the length, is it? 4 is the length, I believe. 4 is this length of this line. So I want to do 4 minus the edge distance from here to here, minus the edge distance from here to where I want it, will give me whatever distance from hole to hole should be. I'll select OK, select OK, and it did it. Now, wouldn't it be cool if it could do that for me? Any ideas what I could do?
Put the formula for edge distance with the spacing in that parameter that was just created.
Let me undo this. So I'm going to put it back to where it was way over here, right? It's out of whack now. Now I want the computer to do it for me, yes? So we're going to go FX. Pick this hole. I'm going to pick this one. And you know what I'm going to do to that? I'm going to name it ED. This one's linked to this one, so this one will change automatically already. Agreed? I'll hit apply. When I click on this one, it says this is linked to ED. When I click on this one, it says ED is the hole diameter, which comes from here. It's coming from here. It's the hole diameter times 1.5 plus my tolerance, 0.05. Okay? Now I'm going to say OK to that, and I'm going to double click the pattern. And this spacing I want to be a formula. So I right click and I hit edit formula. Who can, for 5 bonus points, tell me, besides Will, what I would do right now? Any ideas?
And I think we need to change the length for the part also if we need.
Okay, you want to name the length. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yep.
Hussein? Do you have any idea
Yes.
what would I do? I want to change that length. I agree with you. But how am I going to find it? Where is the length?
We can just click on it.
Click on what? What do you want to click on?
On the part.
Okay, now what?
And go for the like a filter type. Go to the length.
Length?
Yep. But
I
it's
got
not
2
right.
and I got 0.5. Anybody else got an idea?
If we go
Pick
to the
your
wall, I
pattern
think.
out of the tree.
I'm going to select sketch. You know why I'm grabbing sketch?
There you go.
Because that's the length I want to work with. Do you agree? In fact, for the formula's sake, to make it easier for me, I'm just going to rename that in lowercase length. Are you guys cool with that? Me renaming that to length?
Yep.
Okay, Hussein, where do you want me to go now?
I just click OK and go for the
Go back where?
space for the pattern.
Pattern.
Yep.
And you said
And
spacing.
click on the formula. Yep.
Very good.
And now we need to find the length first.
How do I find it? What would be an easy way to find that?
The rename.
Rename parameters. Thank God I renamed
Yep.
it. Look how easy it is to find. So it's length
The length is gonna be minus
minus
2 times edge distance.
2 times. So what should I do
ED.
now? Type in edge distance?
No, ED. This is like the one. No, we have it.
Right there. Luckily,
Yep.
I renamed it to make it easy for me to create this formula. Dave. Boo. I'm going to erase that. This is the erase key, by the way. And double click the ED. So I've got length minus 2 times the ED. Select OK. Select OK.
Now
And
we
look at
got it.
that. You non-believers don't think I got this right. I'm going to go and create a measurement from this face to this face, and it tells me it's at 0.8. And I'm going to do the same thing on this face. To this center line, make sure the axis shows up, and they are indeed equal distance from the edge. I will select OK, and I will go into the parameters. And I will change the hole to 3/8. So I type in 3 divided by 8, and I hit tab. Changes it to 0.375. Anybody want to bet me that these values won't be right? You would be a fool if you did. I hit apply, and look at, they are exactly right. I have controlled the holes to automatically move to the edge distance. I'll tell you in production, one of the main things that people forget is they change the size of the hole and they forget to adjust the hole accordingly to the minimum edge distance. When we use formulas, when we have our formulas established correctly, that will automatically set the hole to the proper edge distance. Again, you would use your edge distance formulas you found for size of hole, type of material, and thickness of material. In this case, we just used a simple formula of 1.5 times the diameter plus 0.05 tolerance. How could I make this 5 inches wide? What could I do to make it easy for somebody else to come in and make this 5 inches wide?
Just change the wall on the sketch.
Does anybody else know where I'm going with this? I don't want to hit the wall because I don't know how to do CATIA. I just want to type in width, length, height, and you'll just do it for me.
Oh, you need the formula?
We're going to create a formula. And what kind of formula am I going to create?
Just go for the length first.
Length, and I hit new parameter, and guess what? There's a capital L there. I'm just going to go this way, and then guess what I'm going to hit?
Okay, apply now.
Say okay. Oh, you know what? This will freak out. I'm going to go to 5 inches. Is it 5 inches wide now?
No yet.
What did I do wrong? It's not 5 inches wide. I wanted it 5 inches wide. I clearly typed in 5. CATIA doesn't work.
You didn't add a formula.
I love how you guys know what to do. So what would you do right now to get that formula added?
You can go for the formula, like the fraction.
I'll hit FX. Now, what would be an easy way to find the parameter that controls this length?
Click on the sketch for the wall.
Click on the wall.
Or sketch.
Click on the sketch. And you can even click rename parameters. Boy, I don't even have a choice. I can't screw up. I just showed you a way you can't possibly screw this up.
And now apply formula.
Add the formula.
Yep. And renamed. And now it's length.
That's why I got the capital letters, so I know which ones are from here. I could just double click it here as well. Length equals length. That makes sense to me. Say okay. Hit okay.
Okay.
Holy cows. Look at that. And the holes automatically know what to change. So if I create a measurement between here, oh, you stupid. Measure between, I say, from here to here, I don't have to calculate that distance anymore, do I? I'm letting the CATIA do it. So again, if I change this parameter to 8, man, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Why didn't the other holes move?
Because they don't have formula.
Yeah, guess what you guys are going to go do right now?
Do the formula for the rest of them.
I can't wait to see you get this done. All right.
Hey.
Pull your part up. If you were smart, you saved yours, so you didn't have to do what I did and rebuild it. And I'm going to stop this video.